Welcome back to Mustang Media. I'm KERRIGAN HUTTON.
And I'm Isaac Morris. We have a big week full of stories, so buckle up, Mustangs.
First, our very own Josh Warner jumps onto a new Salina attraction.
Salina used to be a town with few fun locations for kids, but now with the addition of new locations such as Sky Trampoline Park and the Alley, it's hard not to have a fun time here in good old Salina, Kansas. I spoke to sophomore and trampoline enthusiast Charles Goldbach about his favorite thing at Sky Trampoline Park.
My favorite thing about the trampoline park would probably be dodgeball. It's fun. Before Salina got this new trampoline park, I had to drive all the way to Wichita to have some fun. My favorite move at a trampoline park would have to be a washing machine. It's where you do a backflip and then go straight into a front flip. I really enjoy this place, especially the jumping, but of course they have the new arcade and it's really interesting.
I also spoke to Cami Robinson, who worked at Sky Trampoline Park, about her favorite memory there.
My favorite thing about working at Sky is that you always get to jump after shifts, so you're never really bored, and they always try to include you, and they always bring food, and it's just really fun. I loved seeing little kids always get so happy about something so big happening in our community, and I don't know, it just really brought a smile to my face when I saw that other people were happy.
Take it away, Kerrigan and Isaac.
Thank you, Josh. Looks like we'll have some high hopes for the future.
Speaking of attractions in Salina, Kerrigan, I heard you looked at Salina Central's dying mall.
I sure did, Isaac. Let's take a look. In the modern world, we're so used to buying things online and having them shipped to our house. And because of this, lots of real-life stores have suffered. Just take the Salina Central Mall, for instance. In the past years, stores inside have been declining and declining. I talked to Lauren Bell, a senior at Salina Central, who gives us her take on her job at the Salina Central Mall.
Claire's doing very well, but that's just because we do ear piercings. If we wouldn't do that, we'd probably be dead. We've actually lost 2 stores in the last month or 2 at the mall, actually. Probably in the next 5 years, it'll probably close, especially if Victoria's Secret and JCPenney leave.
So, what do you think? Are you glad these real-life stores are declining, or do we need to do something about this? Back to the studio. And remember, always go out and support local businesses, even your local mall. Before we get too much further, let's pass it over to Ethan's sports report.
I'm Ethan Brown's sports report, and welcome back. The boys' football team lost, unfortunately, to Mays, 26-8. We kept it within 3 points until the end of the first half. The girls' tennis team was 8 points out of first place at state last weekend. Way to go, ladies. And the girls' cross-country team placed 4th at regionals. World Series are starting, Astros versus the Nationals. I'll keep you posted.
A massive halt in the gaming community this past week as Fortnite has several new additions, including a new map. Here's Emily Stroman on the battle bus with the story.
I'm Emily Stroman, and I interviewed 4 Central students about Fortnite.
Well, you can meet new people and just roast people online and stuff. Yeah.
I like the fact that you can go fishing and get loot from it.
I like that there's a new map and there's a bunch of new features. It's very interactive with friends, and you can do a lot of different things such as building and high intense battles.
I started playing because it was popular, and then I just got hooked on it because it was really addicting. So
my friends started talking about it, and it got me curious, so I started playing it.
I started in season 1 because my friend from Wichita that I haven't seen in a while played, so I decided that would be a good way to interact with him.
The map is pretty new. Discovering the new places in the game and the new weapons and stuff.
I mean, you can go fishing, swimming, new guns. It's pretty good.
Different guns and different places to land. I only play with my friends. It also gets lonely.
Play with the bros.
I prefer to play with friends.
I do play with friends sometimes, but I prefer to play with like by myself, just 'cause just better.
It was popular, so I decided to download it and got addicted.
I spent about $350. Yeah, new skin.
I spent probably $30.
Maybe like 160.
Probably like $200.
Thanks, Emily. Glad to see that the Fortnite sweat isn't over yet.
In fine arts, Troop 639 brings another hit show to the auditorium. Reed McHenry has the story.
One Who Flew Over a Cuckoo's Nest play is being put on by the Central Troop 639. It's a play about someone who gets transferred to a mental institution. Be there at 7. I interviewed Madeline Parody and asked her what the play was about and what her character's role was in the play.
The show is called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and it is about a man named Mr. McMurphy who gets sent to a mental hospital, and he sort of riles up all of the mental patients there, and my character, Nurse Ratchet, gets very upset.
I also talked to Michael Ramirez and asked him what his character's role was and why he was excited to play it.
I am supposedly an acute. I am presumably curable, and I have a very special relationship with another acute named Martini, and I'm really happy I got this role because I don't play many characters with this much depth. I usually play comedic relief, and this time I was relegated to a sophomore, so I'm really glad I can actually expand my abilities as an actor. And I would recommend the show to any audience except for anyone of a younger or more sensitive nature. We do have some adult material, so do watch out for that.
People should come see the show because we should support everybody. I go to all the football games, and it's going to be a fun show. There are lots of students in it, and I'm sure everybody knows somebody in it, and so it'll be a fun show and a serious show.
Thank you, Reed, and let me just say, the show was amazing. I hope more people come out and see it tonight or tomorrow at 7.
And speaking of entertainment, Molly Michaelis tunes into your favorite shows on air.
Students and staff alike are binging on some of their fall show favorites. Senior KADYN COBB talks about her obsession with Dancing with the Stars.
I like to watch Dancing with the Stars. I don't always watch on Monday nights, but I record it and watch it that week at some point. On TV or like recorded TV. I like to watch Dancing with the Stars because the dances are so pretty, and I watch The Bachelorette and she's on there.
Sophomore Tyler Campbell also weighs in on his favorite show.
I watch Big Brother because it's exciting. I like watching dramatic shows and having people yell at each other.
The ABC's Good Doctor has a fan here at Central.
I use Hulu to watch it. I like the show because there's a lot of strong characters and a lot of relative information on how to communicate as a team.
Whether it's reality TV or a more serious drama, these TV shows have proven to be a hit.
Thank you, Molly, for adding to the list of shows that I now have to watch. Let's take a quick break and throw it on over to Reed for his fact.
Fun facts with Reed.
It's Friday, and that means it's time for a fact. Did you know that the 57 on Heinz ketchup bottles represents the number of variety of pickles they used to have?
Thanks, Reed. Our next story features our very own sports reporter, Ethan Brown. Hollister Ryan has the story.
Most high school students who are sports junkies could tell you who LeBron James and Patrick Mahomes are, but for senior Ethan Brown, it's all about J.B. Mooney, Jess Lockwood, and Justin McBride. Brown, who has been watching professional bull riding from a young age, got the unique opportunity to meet these high-flying cowboys last November due to the Dream Factory.
I've been watching professional bull riding, or the PBR, for about a decade now, but I really got involved when I went on a dream trip to Las Vegas in the Bull Riding World Finals through Dream Factory, an organization in Kansas City. I owe the world to Dream Factory because Dream Factory is a organization that grants dream trips to kids with special needs or life-altering occurrences. So after a major leg surgery, I applied for a trip and I was granted the trip. And without them, I wouldn't be able to meet all the people inside the PBR organization. that I've met, and I probably wouldn't be able to pursue this dream career.
Since then, Brown has kept in contact with those in the PBR organization. His extensive knowledge of the sport paid off when Brown got a call that he was wanted as a journalism and marketing intern. Now Brown works to write articles for the program and works to provide content for the viewers.
I have received an internship through a marketing firm that works with the PBR, so I get to write articles, do press releases, and study bowls that could be going into the PBR finals or be going to events and stuff like that.
Ethan's sister, freshman Lily Brown, is excited about her brother's future.
Well, I've seen him grow as he's been able to, be interviewed on the show on Ride Pass and meet all these people and make all these connections. And I've definitely enjoyed going to the World Finals. I'm proud of him because he's been able to follow his passion and be able to do what he loves.
As for Ethan's plans for what he expects moving forward with PBR and journalism, only time will tell.
In terms of the sports world, I'm focused on my senior year doing Mustang Media. Getting ahead in school right now, but in terms of PBR, I have the internship, and I'm really looking at the World Finals coming up this November, and getting ready to figure out which bowls go there, stuff like that.
Our final story is about a Central student who has a recipe for success. Miles Denning has the story.
Life is to just find what your passion is, what your passion is, and then your work ethic is going to be good. If you like what you're doing, then when you wake up in the morning, you're excited to be there, and you're excited to get things done. And so Annie learned very young age that she likes to bake and she likes to cook.
As a young baker, Annie has set her sights on doing this professionally, all while being self-taught in the craft of baking and cake decorating.
So obviously I've been following in my dad's footsteps a lot. Being an entrepreneur and having him around me has set such an amazing example for me. I don't know where I found this. Like, nobody in my family does this. It's just something like out of the ordinary. All of my brothers do totally different things, and neither of my parents have done anything like this. So 100% want to do this as my career. This is the only thing that I've ever been this passionate about, so I think it would be amazing to go far enough to open my own bakery or anything close to that.
To expand her horizons, Shadwick recently moved out of her family's basic household kitchen into her very own personally styled workspace.
When I first started baking, I used my parents' kitchen, and I just started hoarding all of my stuff in there, and I spent so much time in there and made so many messes that they got sick of it, so they gave me this one, and mine is definitely more personalized to me. All of this space is just mine, and it's the way that I like it. Theirs is a bit more not using every day, I guess you could say. Mine is definitely getting a lot of wear.
Shadwick is partaking in Baketober, which challenges bakers to create fun, spooky designs encompassing anything from spider cookies to creepy cakes. Shadwick gave us an inside look into creating her treats, which starts with mixing a vanilla and chocolate cake batter together to create a marble cake base. After this, Shadwick placed the mixture into the oven until it had risen, fluffy and ready to be frosted with the rich chocolate frosting she had made while the cake was baking. Frosting the cake included spinning it on the platter and smoothing out any imperfections, creating the perfect cake. The final touches were added with her homemade blood frosting, along with a skull and a black rose to further the spooky allure of the cake. Shadwick hopes to keep baking and decorating cakes for her friends, family, and customer base that she will continue to grow for the rest of her life.
Thank you, Miles.
Well, this has been Mustang Media. I'm Isaac Morris.
And I'm KERRIGAN Hutton. Good night and good luck, Mustangs.